Next up, we're going to have a visit into the world of Goldfingr. And you have no idea what that is, but we're going to find out very soon as we bring on Noe Jose. Put your hands together, Noe Jose. Cheers, buddy. Do you want to grab a microphone? I think there's one on there.
Do I need a mic?
Cheers. Yeah, you would do.
Does this one work? Hello? Hey.
That's better.
Hello, everyone. So I want to give you a quick break, and I want to connect everyone in the room. So if we can take 30 seconds to just look around to everyone in their eyes and send a positive message. So just look around you and send a positive message to everyone in the room. So this is me, it's my photo. And I'm not the CEO, actually. I'm co-founder, but that's okay. And can we go into our slide? I want to ask a question by the show of hands. Who here uses Telegram? Okay, nice. And WhatsApp? Great. So as we all know, WhatsApp and Telegram has failed to connect us to credible people. And this is one of the problems that we're solving. So Goldfingr is a global ecosystem of investors, service providers, entrepreneurs. We're a global ecosystem of entrepreneurs, service providers, and mainly investors from family offices, angels, et cetera, et cetera. And we started in 2014 in New York, and we had physical events connecting billionaires like David Walsh, Alexander Russo into our Goldfingr deal room, where we brought in projects to pitch in front of these billionaires and millionaires to get opportunities of funding or evolving the project's potential. And then fast forward a few years later, we decided to create a dashboard so that these investors didn't have to come physically into a room, but actually just go into the tech to be able to find these projects and see all the information on there and connect with them. So as you can see, we've won some awards. Just this year, we've won an award by awarded by Midday on the most iconic investment club in New York and also in Malta for AIBC, as you guys know that conference. And this is some of our network, right? From Brittany Kaiser, Gil Petersil, artists like Akon, and presidential candidates like Andrew Yang and Brock Pierce. So Brock is one of our investors. Akon we're working with right now. Gil Petersil is a mastermind networking expert that's bringing value to our ecosystem, because one of the things that we actually believe in is how do we help people add value to each other? Most companies think that it's just about capital or it's just about raising funds. But what it really is about is strategic partnerships. And we actually push that forward in our ecosystem on how do we connect people the right way so that they can evolve themselves to the next phases of their project or their business. I spoke a little bit of our events. You know, since 2016, we've been positive revenue generating business as we bring these companies into these spaces and be able to promote them to the right people. So some of the problems we solve now that we've fast forward from the events now into our tech app, into our dashboard, is that the trust and reputation aspect, right? There's people that are on Telegram pretending to be you, and messaging other people, asking them for Ethereum, asking them for Bitcoin, and Telegram does nothing about that. WhatsApp does nothing about that. So to join our app, you have to KYC and KYB. And what does that mean, right? That means that we can feel confident to transact with each other as long as we are in this platform. And this is what we actually need as a business or as a product. Why? As an entrepreneur, we spend 70% of our time raising capital. And as an investor, you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars if you're an active investor traveling around the world trying to find the right projects, right? So where do you go to actually see curated investors that are liquid and looking for the types of projects that the founders are offering? And as a founder or as an entrepreneur, where do you go to actually have a curated list of credible investors? Can anyone tell me? See, so there is a challenge in that, and this is what we're looking to solve. So then we also help you monetize your ecosystem on how to build, manage, and monetize your most valuable asset, which is your network. One quick story, we actually had a club in New York City, and back in 2016 when we first started, and we decided that we no longer cared about the physical entity of the club because everyone's traveling everywhere. So it's not about the physicality of it, it's actually about the tech, because where do you go to coexist outside of the physical space? So our protocol, which is one of the things that I've brought into the company, is a layer 3 identity solution for communication systems to send and receive information through privately held parties. We're using the Matrix protocol so that all your data is actually living on your phone and no longer on the cloud. So this is something that the masses will be able to use instantaneously. They'll download the app and say, hey, I no longer want to give my data to WhatsApp, to Telegram, to Instagram. I'd rather have it stored on my phone where I can identify who I'm speaking with. And what we're using the blockchain for is a timestamp that you and I actually communicated, but the data is only on your device. So this is what I mean about our app. What's unique about it is our UX and our UI. We're simplifying the way that people transact, connect, communicate within our ecosystem. So we have capital, connections, deal flow, private encrypted, decentralized communications. So a founder can go on there and create a profile by holding our tokens in their wallet and be able to list their deal. Depending on the amount of upvotes or the amount of traction that they get, we unlock access for them to connect with certain investors that are looking for those types of deals. So our token is the actual thing that gives you access into our ecosystem. So there will be different tiers, right? As a member, as a founder of a project, you pay $222. You get an NFT, and that NFT grants you access as a passport to list your company on our platform. As an investor, you paid $333 to be able to create a profile to get access to deal flow. And then we decentralize the deal flow by all of the partners that we have, from venture capitals like Scorpio VC, Sequoia Asia, deal flow from 1inch, from Polygon. So all of them have a profile in our ecosystem. They've either invested and also bringing us their deal flow so that they all can now see what are the top deals that people are raving about in our ecosystem. So that eliminates them having to go through different websites and different communities and different events all around the world, as we are actually curating that from these partnerships that we've created over the years. So Goldfingr TV is a place where we're interviewing these founders and these investors, and we have a partnership with this company called Alter TV, which they monetize the content from these founders and these investors. So we're actually giving access for people to monetize what they already are doing through making sure that they get the right attention from the right people through targeting them through Hulu, YouTube, and different places like that, through running ads on them. And I mentioned a bit about our NFTs. 2 ways is the Goldfingr passport and utilizing your passport to enter a Goldfingr room. So that's pretty much what our app is going to be, is these different rooms that you can join. as either an investor or as a founder. So for example, me, I'm a founder of several companies, and I want to host, let's say, a live, right? Like Twitter Space or Clubhouse within the Goldfingr ecosystem. I hold some tokens, and then anyone that wants to join to listen to me speak or to, transact with me have to hold tokens in their wallet as well. So the Goldfingr Metaverse, we're working right now. We have one inside of Ascendia.world. We actually just had an event in the tallest penthouse in Dubai here last week. I see some people in the crowd that might have been there. So in the Metaverse, you're able to connect with the investors. So right now, we'll be streaming this live in the Goldfingr Metaverse, where you can connect with the investors there without physically having to be there, listen to the projects, seeing their pitches, and then being able to potentially transact, whether it's an investment or whether it's becoming an advisor or whatever it is to evolve the potential of the project, evolve the potential of yourself. And a gold label is pretty much like having your own club. So if you don't want to have your deal or your access public to the whole platform to see, you can actually privatize your network. So you can bring in people into your ecosystem to be able to just transact privately. So you can showcase your deals, bring in your partners to communicate, VCs, whatever the case may be, and you can either switch it on to be public or switch it on to be private. Some people don't want others to see what they're investing on. Some people do, so we give you that option. So our business model, like I mentioned, we've been revenue generating. We've launched an app which was a concierge business back in 2014, and we've gradually moved into evolving the potential of businesses. And this is pretty much everything that we do, from our SaaS model, which is the Gold Label Club, our transaction fees, which people have to utilize our token to communicate on our platform, goods and services, for example, the services we offer, whether it's consulting, whether it's merchandise, whether it's the events and tickets and things like that, and then our subscriptions, which I touched upon that earlier. The Mastermind Matrix, you can become a node or become a master node, which is our concept of earning rewards for everything that you do inside of the system. So if you bring in an investor that gets a membership or they invest into a business, we reward you with Goldfingr tokens. So as you grow your network and your ecosystem, you also grow your wallets inside of our platform. These are our USPs. Our revenue projection model, right now we have about 232,000. I think the number went up just today as we sent out another campaign. But we have 232,000 people waitlisted to download our application, and this isn't activated with our KOLs. We just got accepted to V-Launchpad and Moonstarter, so they'll be partnering us with several KOLs, I think over 180, that will be utilizing our app and bringing their communities into our application, which will give us a lot more volume as well to join the community. And in terms of the deal flow, like I mentioned before, we have invested ourselves in certain deals like Animal Concerts, which is bringing music into the metaverse, or Studium, that's actually helping kids learn better through virtual reality and AR, or Heroes, which is a play-to-earn game for kids to be able to raise their levels of consciousness, Firestarter Launchpad, which did 40x for us and is also working on promoting metaverse games and things like that. So these are some projects that have come into our ecosystem that we have personally invested in as a company and syndicated through our community. And we've since then we have about 4 or 5 more in the list. So we're trying to invest in about 5 to 10 projects per month. So this is our founder and CEO. This is Rob Charles. He's been an entrepreneur for about 20 years now, and he was a champion in fighting Muay Thai, North American, and has done so many great things. And yeah, so this is our tech team. Joshua Arma is head of research and development. Nakul, who's our product manager out of India. Joshua's in Silicon Valley, and David is in Ukraine. And then this is the rest of our team. got a pretty big team, just added about 5, 6 more people as well. These are our token advisors. You might recognize some faces. We just added Walid Benethman as a Chief Investment Officer. He's the biggest investor in Ripple and raised $200 million for 1inch. And we're probably going to be launching on the Tezos chain for our token. And these are some more of our advisors as well. Some of our backers. We have Jonathan Levy, who built Goldman Sachs crypto trading platform. Brock Pierce, Crypto Banter, who's the biggest YouTube channel for crypto right now. And Milos Tomic, who is a founder of Unbounded and Mipasa, one of the biggest data aggregating companies. And yeah, this is the presentation of what we are in terms of a protocol, a dApp, and our token, and how that all integrates to each other. But in reality, what this is a global ecosystem of credible people that are transacting with each other to build the world a better place. Thank you so much.